Mr. President Turgay, Mr. Executive Director Kamil, dear basketball friends, allow me, on behalf of the Czech Basketball Federation, to welcome you here for the draw for the Young Competition 2017. I think that this competition for the youth, which started in 2004 with European Championship for Cadet, if you remember, was one of the best decisions of the FIBA Europe, because this competition gives the chance to the young players show his ability and is very experienced for these players, and also show us all the future, our future for the basketball. I hope that the draw here will be happy for you in Prague, and I wish the best result the following year in the competition. Thank you for your attention. And I would like to pass the floor for Mr. Kamil.
Good morning, everybody, dear friends. I welcome you here to Prague, to Czech Republic, my home country, for the draw of the Youth Championships 2017 and also for the draw of the qualification for the World Cup qualifiers 2019. Before I start, I would like to welcome, and it's really my pleasure to welcome here the President of FIBA Europe, Mr. Turgay Demirel. Also, we have the Vice President of FIBA Europe, Mr. Cyril Kumans here. We have the Treasurer of FIBA Europe, Mr. Karl Thaler, and we have also three other board members here, Ms. Lena Valinkanchi, who is also the member of the Central Board of FIBA, the President of the Women's Commission, and of course the member of the Board of FIBA Europe, Ms. Carmen Tocala, And we have also here the Secretary General of the Lithuanian Basketball Federation and the member of the FIBA Europe Board, Mr. Mindaugas Špokas. And I think this representation of the highest political body of our organization shows what is the value of the youth competitions for our organization. And I'm very happy always when we have discussions in the board, when it goes and it comes down to the youth competitions, that there is a unique and united approach of the board in the development, and this is what we see as our core business. And we can announce already now that there is another positive development which we actually didn't expect anymore, that there is another record of participating teams. Last year we had 252 teams from Europe participating in youth competitions, and in 2017 we will have 2 more. It means 254 youth teams from all 50 national federations, and I think this is another huge success. This is exactly why all the efforts of the board and also of the national federations, why this is in the focus of our work, because we believe that only countries, if they play, if they participate, if they compete, win and lose, because this is a part of the competition, this is the only way to develop our sport, to develop our national federations. We have also, and this is another positive development, we are always very happy, and this is the aim of the board, that we have every year the hosts of the tournaments from all around Europe. And there is already last year when we had Finland, after many years not hosting any event, and they hosted the under 20 man. We have another, I don't want to say newcomers, but we have another federations who either have not hosted any event, which is, I believe, Ireland. I might be wrong, the Secretary General is sitting there, but it's the first time Ireland is going to host a tournament. Or country like Slovak Republic, who is back as a host after some years that they did not host. And this is another positive development. And if I might use the example of Ireland, this is not only that they are going to host. We have to remember and understand that a few years ago Ireland was not present at the international floor with the youth teams at all, due to several reasons. But the positive development in the federation led to the participation a few years ago when they started again to play, and now with another peak with hosting of the tournament. And these are all examples of a good work of the national federations. By the way, I'm happy to welcome representatives of more than 30 countries here. It's another proof how important is the youth for all of us. Also happy to have, because we are always talking, we have the tournaments in the eastern part of Europe, whatever that means, eastern part of Europe, but we have now in 2017 France as a host. We have Israel, again, after a few years hosting an event. So I'm very happy and looking forward to having really exciting tournaments all around Europe. I want to also draw your attention to the workshop which will be held in the afternoon. This is a whole workshop actually for the organizers, especially those who have not organized for some years or not at all, to understand and see some, let's say, cornerstones, what is important to be and to host a youth tournament of FIBA Europe. So we have here actually the full staff of the event, and the FIBA Europe is here to share with you the experiences, and we have many good experiences from different countries. So this is certainly something where you can learn a lot, and it might give you another input for your tournaments in 2017. And now I would pass the floor slowly but surely to the head of the competition of FIBA Europe, Mr. Mandic, who will lead you through the draw. And we have several draws, I mean many tournaments. So I wish you good luck for the draw. Enjoy it, and hopefully there will be nobody really disappointed after the draw. It's just sports. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Good morning also from my side. Welcome to our annual draw marathon. We will draw this morning a total of 15 competitions, 14 youth competitions and one senior men's competition. It is to be noted that we will not draw, for obvious reasons, the under-18 men Division A and Division B, because we have yet to play the 2016 edition of the A Division tournament, so we will wait for that to finish and have those two competitions drawn separately in the offices of FIBA Europe, but with a live stream for the national federations, most likely on the 26th of January next year. This date will be confirmed and communicated to the national federations in due time. We will start by drawing the women's B and A tournaments. Then in the middle part we will have all of the Division C tournaments, and we'll continue with the men's B and A tournaments and finish with the senior men's draw. In order to assist me with the draw this morning, I would like to ask on stage Elizabeth Sebrian, my colleague. And we'll get right into it by starting with the under-16 women Division B. And in order to assist us with this draw, I would like to ask from the Italian National Federation and the member of the Women's Commission, Ms. Sandra Palombarini, on stage. The under-16 women Division B is a tournament of 22 teams, which means we will draw 2 groups of 6 and 2 groups of 5. The tournament will be held in Skopje, in the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. Wait, just a second before we get the technique ready. There we go. And the first team drawn into Group A is Portugal. Umgedreht. Next team into Group B, Belgium. Sweden into Group C. And the Slovak Republic into Group D. Finland will go into Group A. Slovenia into Group B. Greece into Group C. And Great Britain into Group D. Moving over to the third seeds. Bulgaria into Group A. Ireland into Group B. Israel into Group C. And Denmark into Group D. Now the fourth seeded teams. Norway into Group A. Ukraine into Group B. Luxembourg into Group C. And Switzerland into Group D. Now the fifth seeded teams. Estonia into Group A. The hosts, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia into Group B. Iceland in Group C. Yeah, and Albania into Group D. Before we draw the six-seeded teams, as we only have two teams in there, we will first draw the team and then draw the group which they will go into, and they will have to end up on separate sides of the draw, meaning if one team is drawn into Group C or D, the other has to go into Group A or B. We start with Bosnia and Herzegovina, and now we will draw the respective group. They go into Group D, Bosnia and Herzegovina into Group D. So now Moldova has to go into Group A or B to make the draw balanced. Moldova. It is Group B. All that's left now is to draw the numbers, and as we have an uneven number of teams in the sixth seed, they will get automatically assigned number 6. And we will now draw for the number for the first line. It's number 1. The number for the second line is number 3. Then number 4. Number 5. And number 2. This concludes the draw for the Under-16 Women Division B. Thank you, Sandra. Just stay with us for 1 minute until we prepare the next draw. Okay, the next draw is the Under-16 Women Division A. This tournament will be played in Bourges in France. And in order to assist us with this draw, I would like to ask our dear board member from Sweden, Ms. Lena Varinkansi, on stage with us. Thank you. And we'll start right off with the first seeded teams. As always in Division A, 16 teams, 4 groups of 4. Spain into Group A. The Czech Republic into Group B. Italy into Group C. And France, the host, into Group D. From the second seed, Russia into Group A. Germany into Group B. Hungary into Group C. And Latvia into Group D. Starting with the third seeds, Lithuania into Group A. Croatia into Group B. Serbia into Group C. And Turkey into Group D. Now to the fourth and last seeds. Poland into Group A. The Netherlands into Group B. Romania into Group C. And Belarus into Group D. Now we will just draw the numbers for the lines. First line, number 3. Followed by number 4. Then number 2. And number 1. And this concludes the draw for the under-16 Women Division A. Thank you, Lena. And we will immediately prepare the next draw. Okay. Ready to go? Ready to continue? We're continuing with the Under-18 Women Division B, this tournament to be held in Dublin, in Ireland. It's a 24-team tournament, which means we will be drawing 4 groups of 6. And in order to help us with this draw, I would like to ask on stage former Spanish international, Mrs. Elisa Aguilar. We start off with Portugal into Group A. Germany into Group B. The Netherlands into Group C. And the Slovak Republic into Group D. Poland will go into Group A from the second seed. Belarus into Group B. Romania into Group C. And Great Britain into Group D. Already in the third seed, this is Finland into Group A. Denmark into Group B. Israel into Group C. And Ireland, the host, in Group D. Already in the fourth seeds. Yeah, that's Bulgaria into Group A. Austria in Group B. Switzerland in Group C. And Ukraine in Group D. From the fifth seed, Luxembourg into Group A. Albania into Group B. Norway into Group C. Yeah, and the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia into Group D. Sixth and last seeded teams start with Estonia into Group A. Iceland into Group B. Georgia into Group C. And Moldova into Group D. Now we only have to draw the numbers for the lines to determine the order of play. We start with number 2 for the first line. Followed by number 1. Then number 3. Number 6. Number 4. And number 5. This concludes the draw for the Under 18 Women Division B. Thank you, Elisa. Okay, perfect. We're ready to continue with the Under 18 Women Division A. And for your information, because this has not been announced yet, this tournament will take place in Sopron. The city has now been confirmed in Hungary. And in order to assist us with this draw, I would like to ask the President of the Women's Commission of FIBA Europe on stage, Ms. Carmen Tokala. We'll get right into it. Spain into Group A. Latvia into Group B. The Czech Republic into Group C. And Italy into Group D. Serbia into Group A. Hungary, the host, into Group B. Russia into Group C. And France into Group D. Croatia into Group A. Turkey into Group B. Lithuania into Group C. And Belgium into Group D. And the fourth and last seeded teams. Sweden into Group A. Greece into Group B. Slovenia into Group C. And Bosnia and Herzegovina into Group D. Now only left the numbers for the lines. Number 3 for the first line. Number 1. Followed by number 4. And number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the draw for the Under-18 Women Division A. Thank you, Carmen. Okay, we're ready again. We will now continue with the draw for the Under-20 Women Division B. This tournament will be played in Eilat in Israel and will be a 12-team tournament, which means we will be drawing 2 groups of 6 teams. And in order to assist us with this draw, I would like to ask on stage the treasurer of FIBA Europe, Mr. Karl Thaler. We start off with the Czech Republic into Group A. And Croatia into Group B. The Slovak Republic into Group A. And Israel, the host, into Group B. Germany into Group A. and Romania into Group B. Greece into Group A. And Great Britain into Group B. Ukraine into Group A. And Belarus into Group B. Iceland into Group A. And Ireland into Group B. This was quick, now only the numbers. We start off with number 4 for first line. Followed by number 3. Then number 1. Then number 5. Then number 6. And number 2. And this concludes the draw for the Under-20 Women Division B. Thank you, Carl. We're over 1/3 through the draw. Five out of 15 competitions have been drawn. We have 10 left, but out of those 10, some are smaller and should hopefully be a bit quicker. Okay, we're ready. We will continue with the Under-20 Women Division A. This tournament will be played in Matosinhos in Portugal. One more tournament there. And in order to assist us with this draw, I would like to ask on stage, I don't see her now. Maybe she's in, yes. Eleonora Rangilova from the Bulgarian Basketball Federation. And we'll start right off. Spain into Group A. How often did you do that today? Italy into Group B. France into Group C. And Russia into Group D. Belgium into Group A. Lithuania into Group B. Slovenia into Group C. The Netherlands into Group D. Poland goes into Group A. The host Portugal into Group B. Hungary into Group C. And Serbia into Group D. Sweden will go into Group A from the 4th seed. Latvia into Group B. Bosnia and Herzegovina into Group C. And Turkey finally into Group D. And we're continuing with the numbers. That's number 3 for the first line. Followed by number 4. Then number 2. And finally number 1. This concludes the draw for the Under-20 Women Division A. Thank you, Nora. Okay, and we are ready to continue. We will continue with both women's Division C tournaments, 16. We'll start with the Under-16 Women Division C tournament to be played in Gibraltar. And this is a 7-team tournament with, we will draw one group of 3 and one group of 4. In order to assist us with this draw, I would like to ask from the Irish Basketball Federation, Mr. Bernard O'Brien on stage. Thank you. Malta goes into Group A. And Wales into Group B. Georgia will play in Group A. And the host, Gibraltar, in Group B. That's Kosovo into Group A. And Armenia in Group B. Now with the fourth seed, we will first draw the team, Monaco, hopefully, and then draw the group in which they will go into. Yes, Principality of Monaco. They go into Group B. Monaco will be automatically assigned number 4, and we will draw now the other 3 numbers. Starting with number 3 for the first line. Followed by number 2. And number 1. This concludes the draw for the under-16 Women Division C. And if I may ask Bernard to stay on stage, because we will now also continue to draw with him the next draw, which is the under-18 Women Division C. This tournament will be played in Malta. It is a 5-team tournament, and we will only have one group of 5, round robin, but what we will do here is draw the numbers for this group, which means that the team that gets drawn first gets number 1, the team gets drawn second gets number 2, and so on. So please. That's Kosovo and number 1. Malta gets number 2. Armenia gets number 3. Cyprus gets number 4. And Gibraltar gets number 5. This concludes another draw for the under-18 Women Division C. Thank you, Bernard. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, we're now over halfway through, having done 8 out of 15 draws. No break. Continuing now with the under-16 men Division C. This is a 10-team tournament where we will draw 2 groups of 5. The tournament will be played in Andorra, and in order to assist us with this draw, I would like to ask on stage the president of the Kosovo Basketball Federation, Mr. Ero Pilegu. We have Malta into Group A. And San Marino into Group B. Wales in Group A. Andorra in Group B, the hosts. Gibraltar in Group A. And Azerbaijan in Group B. Moldova into Group A. And Albania in Group B. And Armenia into Group A. And that leaves the Principality of Monaco into Group B. Number 1 for the first line. Followed by number 4. Then number 2. Then number 3. And number 5. This concludes the draw for the Under-16 Women Division C. Thank you. Good. And we are ready to continue with the next draw, which is the Under-18 Men Division C, an 8-team tournament to be played in Nicosia in Cyprus, which means we will draw 2 groups of 4 here. And in order to assist us with this draw, I would like to ask the president of the Georgian Basketball Federation, Mr. Mikhail Gabrihidze. We start with Norway into Group A. And this means San Marino is in Group B. Kosovo in Group A. And Malta in Group B. Armenia in Group A. And Gibraltar in Group B. Cyprus into Group A. And Moldova into Group B. Number 1 for the first line. Then number 4. Followed by number 2. And number 3. And this already concludes the draw for the under 18 men Division C tournament. Thank you, Mikhail. And we are now already 2/3 done with 5 tournaments left. Okay, we are ready to continue. We will continue with the draw for the under 16 men Division B. This tournament is to be played in Sofia in Bulgaria. A 24-team tournament, meaning we will draw 4 groups of 6. And in order to assist us with this draw, I would like to ask on stage legendary Israeli coach, Mr. Pini Gershon. A lot of work coming up for you, Pini. And we'll start with the first seed. That's Greece in Group A. Followed by Poland in Group B. Bosnia and Herzegovina into Group C. And Great Britain in Group D. Moving over to the second seeds. This is Belgium into Group A. The Netherlands in Group B. Czech Republic into Group C. And Georgia in Group D. Already at the third seeds. Austria in Group A. Host Bulgaria into Group B. Hungary into Group C. And Portugal into Group D. Romania in Group A. Ukraine in Group B. The Slovak Republic in Group C. And the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia into Group D. Belarus into Group A. Denmark in Group B. Norway into Group C. And Luxembourg in Group D. Iceland into Group A. Cyprus in Group B. Ireland into Group C. And finally, Kosovo into Group D. And we continue with the numbers. Number 3 for the first line. Followed by number 2. Then number 6. Then number 5. Number 4. And number 1. This concludes the draw for the under-16 men Division B. Okay, we are continuing with the under 16 men Division A. This tournament will be played in Podgorica in Montenegro. Another 16-team tournament, and in order to assist us to draw the 4 groups of 4, I would like to ask on stage the President of the Basketball Federation of the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, Mr. Petar Naumovski. And we start with the first seed. Lithuania into Group A. Turkey into Group B. France into Group C. And Spain into Group D. Serbia into Group A. Germany into Group B. Italy into Group C. Latvia in Group D. Croatia into Group A. Finland into Group B. That is Russia into Group C. And the host Montenegro in Group D. Israel into Group A. That is Slovenia into Group B. Estonia in Group C. And finally Sweden in Group D. And number 1 for the first line. Followed by number 4. Then number 3. And number 2. And this also concludes the draw for the under 16 men Division A. Thank you, Petar. Only 3 draws left to go. Okay, and we are ready to continue with the under-20 men Division B, a 22-team tournament to be played in Oradea in Romania. And in order to assist us with this draw, I would like to ask on stage FIBA board member and Secretary General of the Lithuanian Basketball Federation, Mr. Mindaugas Špokas. We will be drawing 2 groups of 6 and 2 groups of 5 and start with the first seed. Finland into Group A. Russia in Group B. Bosnia and Herzegovina will play in Group C. And Croatia in Group D. Poland will play in Group A. Great Britain in Group B. Georgia in Group C. And Hungary in Group D. Moving on to the third seeds, Belgium in Group A. The Netherlands in Group B. Romania, the host in Group C. And Portugal in Group D. This is Belarus from the 4th seed into Group A. Slovak Republic into Group B. Former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia into Group C. And Ireland into Group D. Armenia in Group A. Azerbaijan will play in Group B. Albania will play in Group C. And finally, Kosovo into Group D. Now we will draw the teams from the 6th seed, and after the team we will draw a group in which they will go into. First team drawn, Moldova. Moldova goes into Group D. And Malta. Into Group A. Perfectly done. We continue with the numbers. The last line will automatically be assigned number 6. And we will now draw the remaining numbers. Number 3 for the first line. Number 2 for the second. Then number 5. Followed by number 1. And number 4. This concludes the draw for the under-20 men Division B. Thank you, Mindaugas. Okay, and we are ready to go with the under-20 men Division A. This tournament is to be played on the island of Crete in Greece. And in order to assist us with the draw of the 4 groups of 4, I would like to ask on stage the Vice President of FIBA Europe, Mr. Cyril Koumans. We start off with the host Greece into Group A. Followed by Turkey in Group B. Lithuania into Group C. And Serbia into Group D. Germany will play in Group A. France in Group B. Latvia in Group C. And this should be Spain in Group D. The Czech Republic in Group A. Montenegro in Group B. Ukraine in Group C. And Italy in Group D. Moving on to the fourth seeds. This is Sweden in Group A. Iceland in Group B. Israel in Group C. And Slovenia in Group D. That just leaves us with the numbers, and we start off with number 4. Number 3. Number 1. And number 2. And this concludes the draw for the under-20 men Division A. Thank you, Cyril. Okay, we are well in time, I would say. We're ready for the grand finale of this morning's draws, which is the FIBA Basketball World Cup European Pre-Qualifiers to determine the 8 remaining spots in Division A for the World Cup qualifiers once they start in November 2017. These pre-qualifiers will be played on home and away basis in August 2017, and we have 13 teams registered to fight for 8 spots, which means we will draw 3 groups of 3 and 1 group of 4, and the top 2 from each group will play in Division A of the World Cup qualifiers. So in order to assist us with the draw here this morning, I would like to ask Vice President of the Czech Basketball Federation, Mr. Miloš Pražák, on stage. Bosnia and Herzegovina will play in Group A. The Netherlands in Group B. That's Estonia in Group C. And should leave Belarus for Group D. Continuing with the second seeds, who will go into Group A to Bosnia and Herzegovina? Sweden into Group A. Austria in Group B. Looks a little bit like a repeat of the Eurobasket qualifiers. That's the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia into Group C. And Bulgaria into Group D. Continuing with the third seeded teams. The Slovak Republic into Group A. Albania into Group B. Kosovo in Group C. And Portugal in Group D. Now with the only team that is in the fourth seed, we will first draw the team and then draw the group where this team will go into. That is Armenia. And we will draw their group. Group A. The fourth line with Armenia will automatically be assigned number 4. We will just draw the 3 remaining numbers for the lines. Number 3 for the first line. Followed by number 2. And number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Milos. This concludes the draw for the pre-qualifiers for FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019. And this concludes all of our draws this morning. Thank you very much for your attention. Before we release you all, just a few informations about the LOC workshops which are due to happen this afternoon. As we are finished quite early, I would say, and depending on whether or not lunch is ready, we would like to start those workshops maybe at 1:30 or 1:45. The rooms are just on the opposite side. We will divide the participants into 2 groups. The first group is the Division A LOCs, and the other group is the Division B and C LOCs. just so we can get an idea on the number of participants from Division A LOCs. Can you raise your hand to see how many people we have here? Okay. And for Division B and C LOCs? Okay, that's a bit of a bigger number. We might rearrange that when we get to those groups.